Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 6. It is round 6. It is Sunday, the 4th of August, 2024. Let's go to the first game. It is Brisbane versus Melbourne at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter. The first quarter is nearly done, and we've got Brisbane kicking 5 goals, 3-33 to Melbourne, 3 goals, 3-21. Brisbane are in front by 12 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Melbourne have kicked 4 goals, 3 to Brisbane, 1 goal, 1. And at halftime, Melbourne are leading by 8 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Melbourne have kicked 3 goals, 1 to Brisbane, 1 goal, 3. And at three-quarter time, Brisbane are down by 18 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 17 points. They kicked 6 goals, 4 to Brisbane, 6 goals, 5. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. North Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 3-39 to Essendon, 1 goal, 4-10. North Melbourne are leading by 29 points. At quarter time, let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Essendon have kicked 2 goals, 2 to North Melbourne, 1 goal, 4. And at half time, North Melbourne are leading by 25 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Essendon won that quarter by 5 points. They kicked 2 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, North Melbourne are leading by 20 points. All right, let's go to the last quarter. Let's see who wins. And then in the end, North Melbourne have won by 30 points. They kicked 3 goals, 5 to Essendon, 2 goals, 1. Final scores, Essendon 7-13-55 to North Melbourne, 12-13-85. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third game, it is Adelaide Crows and Hawthorn. At quarter time, Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 5 to Adelaide Crows, 1-6-12. Hawthorn are up by 11 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals, 4 to Adelaide, 3 goals, 6. Half time, Adelaide are trailing by 15 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals, 4 to Adelaide, 1 goal, 1. And at three-quarter time, Hawthorn are up by 24 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Adelaide, they kicked 6 goals, 5 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 5. And in the end, Hawthorn are won by 12 points. Final scores, Adelaide Crows 11-18-84 to Hawthorn 13-18-96. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Gold Coast Suns versus GWS Giants at Metricon Stadium. And first quarter, Gold Coast, they kicked 5 goals, 2-32 to GWS 3-1-19. Gold Coast are up by 13 points. Second quarter, GWS have kicked 5 goals, 2 to Gold Coast Suns, 3 goals, 2. And at halftime, Gold Coast are up by 1 point, 52-51. Third quarter, Gold Coast, they kicked 6 goals, 6 to GWS, 4 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, Gold Coast are up by 13 points, 94-81. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Gold Coast, they kicked 2 goals, 1 to GWS, 2 goals, 2. GWS won the quarter by a point. But in the end, Gold Coast have won by 12 points. Gold Coast, final score, 16-11-107. The GWS Giants, 14-11-95. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Western Bulldogs versus Sydney at Marvel Stadium. 5 goals, 5 apiece in the first quarter, 35 each. Second quarter, Bulldogs, they kicked 2 goals, 3. Sydney 2-1. Halftime, Bulldogs are in front by 2 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Bulldogs, 5 goals, 3. Sydney are up by 4 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Bulldogs have won by 19 points. They kicked 5 goals, 2 to Sydney, 1-3. Bulldogs final score 17-13, 115 to Sydney, 14-12, 96. All right, let's go to the next game. It is match of the round. It is Richmond versus West Coast Eagles at the MCG. We've got Richmond kicking 5 goals, 2 to West Coast, 3-5. Richmond are going for 6 in a row. Second quarter, West Coast, they kick 6 goals, 4 to Richmond, 2 goals, 2. 17 points up. Halftime, West Coast. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Richmond, they've kicked 5 goals, 1 to West Coast, 2-4. West Coast are in front by 2 points, 79 to 77. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, West Coast Eagles have got over the line. They kick 6 goals, 5 to Richmond, 4 goals, 4. And in the end, West Coast are won by 15 points. Richmond final score 16-9, 105 to West Coast, 17-18, 120. All right. Let's go to the next game. It is St Kilda versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda kicking 4 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 1-4. St Kilda are up by 15 points, 25 to 10. Port Adelaide kicking 5 goals, 5 in the second quarter to St Kilda, 2 goals, 3. And at halftime, Port Adelaide are up by 5 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, St Kilda kicking 6 goals, 5 to Port Adelaide, 5-6. And at 3-quarter time, it's 81 apiece. All right, let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 13 points. They kicked 3 goals, 6 to Port Adelaide, 1-5. Final score, St Kilda 15-15, 105 to Port Adelaide, 12-20, 92. All right, next game, Geelong versus Carlton at GMHBA Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, Carlton kicking 2 goals, 6-18 to Geelong, 139. Carlton are up by 9 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Carlton kicking 1-6. Geelong kicking 1-5. Halftime, Carlton are up by 10 points, 30 to 20. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Carlton kicking 6 goals, 2 to Geelong, 4 goals, 2. And Geelong are down by 22 points. Let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, Carlton, they kick 6 goals, 4 to Geelong, 3 goals, 1. But in the end, Carlton have won by 43 points. Geelong final score 9-11-65 to Carlton, 15-18, 108. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It is Collingwood versus Fremantle at the MCG. Fremantle, they've come out. They've kicked 3 goals, 4 to Collingwood, 1-5-11. Let's go to the next quarter, second quarter. Very even. Fremantle, they kicked 2 goals, 4 to Collingwood, 2-3. And at halftime, Fremantle are up by 12 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Collingwood kicking 3 goals, 3 to Fremantle, 1-4. And at 3-quarter time, Collingwood are down by 1 point. Going into the last quarter, let's go to the final quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Fremantle have won by 4 points. They kicked 6 goals, 1 to Collingwood, 5 goals, 4. Final scores, Collingwood 11-15, 81 to Fremantle, 12-13, 85. All right, that concludes round 6. We've got a new leader in West Coast Eagles. They beat Richmond away from home. And we've got Essendon on the bottom of the ladder. Fremantle playing away from home. They beat Collingwood just by 4 points. So the form of Essendon being on the bottom of the ladder, they've lost the last 5 games. Whereas we've got Hawthorn winning the last 4 out of 5, Richmond and Eagles 4 out of 5, and we've got Sydney 4 out of 5. Also, St Kilda, they've won 4 in a row to be 6 on the ladder. All right, top 4, we've got West Coast Eagles on top, then Richmond, Hawthorn, then Sydney rounding out the top 4, and then we've got Melbourne, St Kilda, Adelaide Crows, and Carlton in the top 8. All right, that concludes round 6. We'll see you on the Thursday, the 8th of August, 2024 for round 7. And the match of the round in round 7 is Sydney Swans versus Richmond at the SCG. All right, we'll see you then.